Once I read a book, and this is what it said: if your music has a beat, then you're gonna wind up dead. It doesn't really matter if it's Christian or not. If it's syncopated rhythm, then your soul is gonna rot. And this book was called Ha! You're Gonna Burn. And in this second chapter, I went on to learn: take 2 house plants and put them to the test. Set them both in front of speakers and let the music do the rest. The first one you play Mozart or something lovely like that. The second one you play Eilish or that little Nas X. Doesn't really matter what kind of modern song it is. So I took my 2 house plants and I put them to the test. Set them both in front of speakers and let the music do the rest. I powered up my Bluetooth and let the music roar. But 20 minutes later, someone's knocking at my door. I open up my door, and there my neighbor stood. He said, "Man, I'd like to get some sleep if you think I could." I said, "Man, can't you see here? I've got this moral dilemma that I've got to get clear." He said, "What kind of moral dilemma could you have at this time of night that could make me so angry that I just want to fight?" Sorry. So I pointed to the page in that open book that had a picture of a potted plant, and I said, "Go have a look." And he read, "Take 2 house plants and put them to the test. Set them both in front of speakers and let the music do the rest. The first one you play Mozart or something lovely like that. The second one you play that Eilish or Little Nas X. Doesn't really matter what kind of modern song it is." First of all, he said, "That's Wagner that you're playing. Never heard of Eilish, and doesn't Little Nas do rap?" And secondly, emphatically, he asked me what's the sense of hanging out with houseplants when, hey, I live right across the fence. And I thought to myself, that's a good point. So I took my 2 houseplants and I put them both back outside. And me and my neighbor, we went out for a drive. We talked about the things that really matter most, like life and love and happiness and then the Holy Ghost. And now my 2 houseplants, they sit out in the sun. And as for my neighbor, our friendship has become a meaningful relationship that's headed straight to heaven. But as for now, I like to sit around and jam along to my friend Tom Harrison, Crank to 11.